What if there was a podcast where one NFL legend talked about football? What about two NFL legends? This is Wideout's World, where the gridiron comes alive. NFL legends Irving Fryar and Michael Timpson, breaking down the game from the ultimate insider perspective. Game recaps, upcoming previews, and exclusive analysis straight from the minds of those who've been in the trenches. Wideout's World. Let's do it.
Are you ready for some football?
We're ready for some football, baby.
Hey, we ready for some Did I scare you?
Football, baby.
Ready for some football, baby. Sound like he got a pinch of snuff in his mouth when he says that.
Yeah, he probably did.
I got some chew or something in his mouth. Just country. What's going on, y'all? This is Wideout's World. Yup. Wideout's World. I'm Irving Fryar, your host. That's my co-host over there, Michael Timpson, my friend, my former teammate, and my co-host here at Wideout's World, y'all. We give you the receivers, wide receivers, professional NFL, former NFL wide receivers perspective, and our perspective sometimes a little bit edgy because it was a different game back when we played. We played when it was dangerous, so we don't quite give some of the receivers the breaks they would probably like to get from us because we see the game a little bit different. But we give you our analysis of the weeks and the receivers, and we give you our predictions for the next week coming up. And we're coming off of week 15 in the NFL. 22. Yeah, I know, man. It's just flying, isn't it?
Like Christmas. Yep.
You look like Santa singing that.
It's gone, man. It's gone.
We both got these white beards.
You know. I mean, it's flying by. Before you know it, it's Super Bowl.
Yeah,
we'll be in the Super Bowl before you know it.
Yep. Yeah. You blink. You're right. It doesn't. I don't remember. I really don't remember all the weeks. I'm sorry, going by this season. It's just. Yeah. We started at week 1. I think we started right before week 1, and wow, it's week week 15 or just finished week 15. We're going into week 16. That's it's moving crazy. Along. It's crazy. Yeah. Is it when you get older, time goes faster? Is that crazy? Is that the way it goes? Because it seems like time is flying now more so than when I was younger.
It depends on your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're younger, you have no clue of concept of time.
No clue. Well, you ain't got no concept of anything. you just trying to
no concept.
Heat-seeking missile when we're younger. That's all we are.
Yeah. So,
in many ways, many different ways.
I think obviously when you mature, you value time a lot more than you did when you were younger.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
For sure.
Yeah, because you're getting closer to the end.
Well, you're closer to the end than the beginning, but you value it, and you value family. You just value it more, and you value that time with people and that kind of stuff. So your perspective is totally different because you're more wiser.
Mm-hmm. I like to think that. In some aspects, I haven't wised up, but most aspects I have.
No, trust me, you're a lot different than you were now than you were at 25.
Oh,
Yeah, you way, So you matured.
I was at 25. I was still out of control. Still out of control at 20. What? They say God takes care of babies and fools. I was 25. I wasn't a baby. So there you go. I used up mine and somebody else's grace and forgiveness. Somebody probably left something that has some left over. But listen, this is what we do every week. We usually start the show out with our news of the week. So, Mike, what do you have for our news? He got something good. What do you have for Eddie Casper's in the house, loving my destiny? Good to see you. Seems like yesterday I was 30, now I'm 71. Oof, that's Eddie Casper. Hey, you're right. I'm not 71, but boy, I ain't that far from it. I ain't that far from it. You're right, Eddie. So what's your news of the week, Mike? You're smiling over there.
How can it not be? How can it not be news, Irv? Let me ask you a question. If they called you right now, would you even consider?
First of all, I'm 63. I'm not 44.
Wait a minute. If they called you, see, I already know the answer. If someone called you and told you, Irving, we need you to come and play 10 snaps, and we're gonna give you $10 million.
Oh, heck yeah, I'm there. I'm going.
I'm done.
I'm going.
I'm done.
I'm going.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm going.
See?
10 plays? I can get myself
See?
ready for 10 plays for sure.
See? That's the mindset.
Right.
See,
of course.
You're not gonna think about the age. So here it is, Phillip Rivers. They called him. He on the couch. See. Here's my thing. He got 10 kids. I don't blame him. He's trying to get out the house.
Getting out the house. He's trying to get out the house.
Yeah.
10 kids. Woo.
10 kids. He had 10 kids, man. And so they called him, and none of us thought that he was going to make it happen. We thought it was a death sentence, and he made it happen. But that's what we do. That's our mindset. That's my point.
He came in and threw a touchdown. Go ahead, Phillip Rivers. He tried to throw any ball he tried to throw over 10 yards though looked like a doggone dead duck.
But you and I talked about this when we first retired. You felt, hey, I can still get it. I can still do it. But that's our mindset.
Of course.
The body says something different, obviously.
Right.
But our mind, it never turns off that we can't do it.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
That's all.
You're right.
That's all.
It's impressive, but it's also kind of like a slap in the face to a lot of different former quarterbacks who are not nearly 44 years old and haven't been away from the game for 1,800 days or 1,900 days, whatever it was. I think 1,800 days he's been away from the game. There's a lot of other quarterbacks in my mind they could have called to possibly, keep their season intact or keep some hope that they can make it to the playoffs and go deep into the playoffs. But I guess Phillip Rivers, he doesn't look like he's in shape. He got a little pooch there. He looked a little thick around the midsection.
But to your point, don't make a mockery of the NFL. Because here's the thing. The timing wasn't there. That's why he couldn't throw anything over 10 yards.
No,
the timing.
Most of the passes he threw were short routes or behind the line of scrimmage.
Exactly. Swing passes, quick screens, crossing routes, 5 yard. You or I could go right now and throw a 5 yard cross.
Of course. Right.
So kudos to him. I'm happy for him. I just didn't think it would go that well. And then I want to give some credit to the coach. He built a game plan around
that quick,
the limitations that made it work, man.
Yeah.
So
and you saw limitations. Limitations, particularly at the end of the game when they were in a 2-minute drill trying to get down the field and they running the ball. They have to run the ball because he can't throw it.
Yeah.
So I mean, overall, hats off to Phillip Rivers. I've always not admired him, but always respected him as a current, former player, a fellow co-laborer in the NFL, respectable quarterback, put up great numbers in his time there. But I thought that was, I don't know what the Indianapolis Colts were thinking about by bringing, I mean, there's no way.
There's a connection there.
Okay, a connection, but still, there's no way that he's going to come in and win for that team. There's no way, and there's no way whoever they're playing is not going to allow. If he's come, I'm the defensive coordinator or defensive player on the opposing team. They bring Phillip Rivers in. It almost worked, but But listen, he's not going to come in and beat me.
Now,
and it almost worked. He threw an interception at the end. Yeah, they had to leave for most of the game.
There you go. So the game plan was working, bro. So now they go Monday night and they play San Francisco.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
He got another week under his belt. I mean, it could be a great story. It could be a great story, but I don't think so. And like I said, there are so many other quarterbacks who are more qualified and a little bit younger and could probably produce a little bit more.
They have the numbers? Do they have the resume that he has? No.
Well, no, there's only a few quarterbacks that have his resume, but they said, okay, if that was the case, go get Tom Brady. He's only been out a couple of years. Go get Tom. If you're really trying to preserve your season and keep your hopes alive for the playoffs, go get somebody who's going to make a difference.
No, he feels that he can do it with his defense, and that's why. So
I understand that. I understand that. And you have to have a great defense if you're going to win the Super Bowl. You got to have a great defense.
And that's what he's banking on. That's what he's banking on. He ain't banking on Rivers. He's banking on his defense.
Well, he should. If that was the case, then he could have got somebody for cheaper. Get somebody else and put him in there. I think he's trying to use, obviously, bank on the experience of Rivers and hope that at some point,
turn the ball over.
Yeah,
not going to turn the ball over.
Yes,
he's going to be smart with it, make good decisions, and boom, and we can ride our defense.
My only concern is this: how many hits can Phillip Rivers take, having not been in the game for 1,800 days?
They only sniffed him 4 times last.
I know they only sniffed him 4 times, and he did a great job under pressure, particularly the blitz. He threw a touchdown. His touchdown pass was on a blitz, so he did great against the blitz. But again, he can't throw the ball down the field. So yeah, they're going to have quick passes to keep defenses from pressuring him and getting QB hits. But can he take a hit? That's my question.
If they get behind, we're going to find out.
We're going to find out. Yes, we are.
Down the field, and B, whether he can take a hit.
We're going to find out, can he push it down the field? Because everything looked like a shot put that he was trying to throw.
It did.
Throw over 10 yards. He already got a funny release anyway, but it really looked like a shot put when he was trying to throw it down the field.
Put some oil on that joint. You know?
He's a tin man. So here's my news of the week. We can kind of talk about this. Last week, Joe Burrow made a statement to the media. He said, if I want to keep doing this, I have to have fun doing it, as though he's not having fun. Here's my insight on this having fun thing in the NFL. I don't know about you, Mike, but for me, football, I didn't have fun playing football. It wasn't fun to me. It was
a job. It's a
job. Right. It was work. It was a job. I had the talent to do it. I had the talent to do it at a high level for a long period of time. But when we were actually on the field practicing, when we're in the meetings, when we're on the field playing, yes, we're producing and we're producing at a high level, and we're winning games, or we're scoring points, or we're catching balls from the quarterback. And it looks good and it feels good, but it's not fun. Why? Because there's always the looming danger for us. And we know that at any point, we saw it this past week, big names got hurt. At any point, it could be our last play. Yeah. So while we were on the field, it was not fun. The fun took place after the games, when you won, when you're on the plane, flying back home. When you're at home after a win out in the parking lot, you get a day. Monday, you come in and watch the film. You can kind of not clown the other team, but celebrate within yourselves the victory that you just achieved. After that, it's done. That's the only good time, the only happy parts, the only feel good parts about football. So for him to say, if I want to keep doing this, I have to have fun doing it. I don't understand that. Because football,
let me help you. I'll help you understand.
Well, football wasn't fun to me. It was a job that I did constantly under duress, with pain, with discomfort, and pressure. Constantly. So that's not fun. That's not fun. To me, football wasn't fun.
Okay. All right. So now you mentioned it. And going back to Pops, he said you got to get a job, J-O-B. That's what it was. It was a job.
Right.
Number 2, he is speaking code for I want to get out of Cincinnati.
I understand that too. Yeah. Of
That's
course.
really what he was saying. That's really what he was saying. Without saying it, he's really saying, I'm sick of Cincinnati. I'm sick of this. We got talent and we can't put it together, and I'm wasting. That's what he's really saying.
But he ain't going nowhere. They ain't going to let him go anywhere.
No. But that's what he's saying. So that's the frustration, because he's putting up numbers year after year. If you think about it, he's putting up numbers.
Oh, he is, yeah.
He's putting up numbers, but he can't match it. Defense sucks, or we're not getting this, or it's thing.
Well, their team is constantly, below average. You're 4-10 right now. And you and I played on teams like that, with the Patriots, where we were, single-digit wins and double-digit losses. And it wasn't a 17, 18-week season. It was 15, 16 weeks for us. And we had single-digit wins with double-digit losses. We've been there before. I mean, maybe,
he's frustrated, Irv. He's frustrated.
I understand he's frustrated because he's a great quarterback or can be a great quarterback and doesn't have what he needs around him, particularly in the front offensive line. He's got to start there. He has no protection. But, maybe he was considering or contemplating. I've done it, maybe 7. While I was still at the Patriots. There were times when the season would end that, I would have thoughts about retiring, 6, 7 years into my career. When I still with the Patriots, I was like, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to be on this stupid team no more.
Because you was losing. You was losing, and
right.
It wasn't fun.
That's what he's doing. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
And so that's what he's expressing. Do you have a problem with what he said? Or
no, I don't have a problem with what he said at all. Not at all. Because like I just said, there have been times in my career, many times, multiple times, I'm not going to say many, but multiple times before I actually retired that I actually considered retiring. And not because I was older or not because I felt like I couldn't play anymore, but just because I was sick of it. I was just sick of it. And some of those times contemplating that I wanted to retire were when I was in New England. Before I went to Miami and put up good numbers, before I went to Philadelphia and put up really good numbers, before I went to Washington and closed my career out, when I was still in New England, there were years or times, several times, where the season would end, and man, I was like, well,
that's where Burrow is. There you go.
Right. That's what I'm comparing it to. Yeah. So hopefully he's able to get it together. I don't know that Cincinnati's going to get it together. They've been a less than organization as far back as I can remember.
Yeah.
They've always been at the bottom of the barrel. And when they got Joe Burrow, I didn't think that was going to change because it starts at the top. Not with the quarterback. I'm talking about top ownership.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Wide receivers of the week. Who you got there, buddy?
Well, this one was easy.
It was easy. There's a couple tight ends up there that caught more balls than everybody else.
Yeah, the doggone tight ends. Okay, I'll start with my number 3. My number 3 was Jameson Williams from the Detroit Lions. He had 9 targets, 7 catches for 134 yards, 1 TD. He had a post route, caught a touchdown on number 14. That's important. Just remember that. A post route on number 14.
Post route on number 14.
Post route on number 14. My number 2 was this week was Puka Nacua.
Oh, no.
Puka Nacua continues to put up numbers. 9 catches for $181.
Yep.
Now, he didn't get in the end zone this time.
No touchdown, yeah.
But when you put up $181, that means you're doing something.
Yeah.
I mean, he's catching every ball. I mean, he has a great quarterback throwing to him. His team is doing well. He had 11 targets. He had 9 receptions. My number 1 is Amon Ron St. Brown. Do you realize, Irv? Well, you know because you did your research. They threw the ball at him
18 times. That's never. Come on, Mike. That's never, ever happened to you or happened to me. 18 times in one game. You throw the ball at me 18 times. Come on, man.
I was like, oh my goodness.
Something's wrong.
10 passes, I'm thinking, okay, I might have got 12, 13, but 18?
I never caught 10 passes in the game.
That's hard for me to believe with your career that you never had.
I caught 9. But I never caught 10 in the game.
Well, shoot, you blitzed us when I was with the Patriots and you was with the Dolphins. You had 200 and something yards. How many catches did you have that day?
That was 5 catches.
That's a shame.
5 catches, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns.
That's a shame. You don't need to catch 9. You don't need to catch 10.
Yeah, I didn't need to catch 9 and 10. I get it all done in 5, bro. It was 5 catches, and they all didn't. I hadn't caught a ball until about 3 minutes left in the third quarter. I hadn't caught a ball. We get on halftime. I'm furious. I'm in the halftime. I'm hot. I'm like, what's going on? They throw me the ball. What's going on?
Did you throw a cooler?
No, I didn't throw no cooler, but they knew I was hot. We come out the second half, still not catching no balls, still not throwing it my way. About 3/4 of the way through the third quarter is when I caught my first ball. And then
did you curse Dan out? Or Dan
no, I didn't curse him out. I just let him know, like, what's going on. JB, listen, and JB Brown is listening right now, who's my teammate on that particular day. What's going on, JB? Good to see you, bro. Billy Bell's in the house.
Go ahead, Irving. Finish. Go ahead and finish.
No, I was just saying.
No, I was saying my number one is Amon St. Brown, 13 receptions, 164 yards, 2 TDs. Now, here's the thing that bothers me. I have my number one and my number three, 2 receivers from the Detroit Lions. Why are they losing? It drives me nuts that they just can't be consistent. We'll get into that later, but these are two of the top, and they've been this way throughout the year.
Right.
And it's just they are very inconsistent, which worries me a little bit about the playoffs. But okay, I digress. Your turn. Yes,
it shouldn't be. I mean, unless the Lions are your team, you shouldn't be worried about them. But yeah, it's a concern for the Lions and Lions fans during the playoffs. The problem with the Lions is this, and I have the same 3 as you, just in a different order for different reasons. When opposing teams are able to cause the Lions to become one-dimensional, when they not shut down, but minimize the run game for the Lions, and then are able to make the Lions one-dimensional where Goff has to throw the ball. Now we can pin our ears back and pressure him. That's when Goff, not the receivers, Amon-Ra St. Brown or Jameson Williams, they're still doing their job, but Goff becomes ineffective. He really gets bothered when he gets hit a few times and there's pressure on him on a consistent basis. That's the problem. He doesn't function well and doesn't produce like he should or like other quarterbacks do when they're under duress. When he is under duress, yeah, he's not very good at all. He becomes half of the man that he is when he's not under duress.
Okay.
And all of us know as a quarterback, you got to be able to play under pressure because they're going to blitz you. They're going to try to hit you. They're going to try to pressure you. And all of that is to try to get you out of your game.
Yeah.
And you have to remain in your game. So my number 3 is Jameson Williams. Like you said, the Lions lost 41-30. That was a great game, just a back and forth game. They lost against the Rams. The Rams are an awesome team. 7 receptions, 9 targets, 134 yards, 1 TD. 31 was his long. He had 6 first downs. And this is why I like him and I like Amon-Ra St. Brown. He has a 19.1 average per catch, which is old school. That's the kind of average we had when we were playing. Most of the cats
throwing that doggone post.
Yes,
they throwing them posts.
Yeah, most of the cats that we see today, catching 100 and 110 balls on the season, 120 balls in the season, they're only averaging, 9, 8, maybe 10 yards a catch. So 2022 he was first round draft choice 2022. He broke out last season. His first 2 years in the league were kind of like stymied because of injury and because of suspensions. But right now, Jameson Williams is averaging 95.3 yards per game since the Lions' Week 8 bye. And that includes a week where he only had 0 catches against the Giants. Okay. So the thing that I love about him, and right now he has 52 receptions, 936 yards on the season, and 7 touchdowns. And on the season, he has an 18-yard average, which is old school.
Pretty good.
That's old school. Now, my number 2 was Amon-Ra St. Brown. What I love about these cats, because Amon right now, for the season, he's got 94 receptions. He surpassed 1,000 yards already, 1,140 yards, 11 TDs. He's got a 12.1 average, which is kind of normal for today's guy. But this is the 4th straight year he's surpassed 1,000 yards. This past game, 13 receptions, 18 targets. That was a season-high target for him. We talked about it earlier. That was a season-high target for him. He had 2 TDs, but he only averages 12.6 yards a catch, 9 first downs in this game against the Rams.
Okay.
But I love the fact that these 2 cats, superstars, and they're superstars, they get along. You don't hear any trouble. You don't hear any problems. You don't hear any issues. They play together. He gets his. Amon-Ra gets his, and Jameson gets his, and there's no problem. And they're both really, really good receivers. So, yes, Detroit could go deep into the playoffs, but if you're able to shake Goff up a little bit, if you're able to get pressure on him and disrupt him a little bit, that's the difference in the game. Puka Nacua is my number one.
Why?
Why? I mean, obviously, like you said, he's got 9 receptions, 11 targets, 181 yards, no TDs, 39 long, 8 first downs. But here's why: 20.1 yard average per catch. This cat is a workhorse. He had to go out of the game. They had to take him out of the game because he was cramping up. That's how hard he was working. He started cramping up, and it looked bad, but it was just cramps, and they had to take him out of the game. But he's a superstar in the making, y'all. He's a superstar in the making. He's big. He's strong. He does the dirty work. Devontae Adams went down. His hamstring is a little bit messed up. Hopefully he can rest and come back and play in the playoffs. But right now, Puka Nacua is handling business.
But you know what? I like him, Irv, but I keep looking for the eye test. I'm giving him the eye test. He doesn't fit the stereotypical that you say, wow, look at this receiver.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't do the wow.
So fascinating. Yeah.
He doesn't do the wow. He gets the job done, though, man.
Yeah. He does.
He catches the balls for first down. He catch the ball, break a tackle, get 5 more yards, gets first down. He's a workhorse. He's not flashy. He doesn't, that he doesn't run great routes. He does run good routes. But he doesn't do leaping catches and all this fancy looking stuff. He doesn't do all of that. He's just a nitty gritty, get it done, big time, dependable, sure-handed receiver. Yeah. There's nobody else like him in the NFL right now. And Matthew Stafford knows it. And that's why when it's 3rd and 7 and everybody knows Matthew's going to throw the ball, they know he's going to throw it to Puka, and he throws it to Puka, and they get the first down, and nobody can stop it.
Well, if he'd had 7 more catches to total what Amon got, he may have 250. He might have had 250.
Right. Yeah. A 20-yard average, 20.1 yard average, which, is unheard of in today's game. And he's not a speedster. When you talk about a 20.1 yard average per catch, you're catching 9 or 10 balls, and you're not a speedster. Come on,
you're breaking some tackles. You're doing running out the catch.
Chris Womack in the house. Play together and get along. A winning formula, yes, sir. Chris Womack up in Boston. You might have met him while you were up there before. I don't know if you met him. Did you come to my church when I was up there? When we were up there? Well, you met Chris if you were at the church, because Chris is the one.
I remember the name.
Yeah, he was the one that invited me on a Friday night. They were doing some event, and then the church was in the same building, and then he invited me back to church.
Because I always think of Bobby. I always think of Bobby Womack. When you say Chris Womack, I immediately go to Bobby Womack.
Greater Love Tabernacle.
Yeah. All right. Where we going now? First, the 1 p.m. game, the Bills versus the Pats. Speaking of the Pats,
wait a minute. I'm sorry. How you just gonna take over? I was waiting for you to finish. How you just gonna take over the lead? I'm the lead right now.
You are the lead horse. I was just trying to move the show along.
I'm messing with you, man. We are moving along. So which one you want to go? Bills, Pats?
Yes, sir.
All right. And these are games that we always cover. We're going to talk about the Monday night game tonight. Before we get off, but these are some of the games we review from. We always pick 1 o'clock game, a 4 o'clock game, and then a 7 o'clock game or late game on Sunday, and we review those games for you all and give you our opinion and some stats as well. So let's talk about the Bills at the Patriots. AFC East battle. Bills are 10-4. The Patriots are 11-3 now. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, I was waiting to get the go ahead because
go. I
was waiting.
Go.
I didn't want to get yelled at. Hey, so check this out. The Bills was down 21-0. I'm sitting here watching this. I'm like, what's wrong with the Bills? And because we had talked about this, the Pats being a young team, we don't know how they were going to do.
Right.
And so when I saw that, I was like, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong, but not so fast, my friend. The youth showed themselves because they don't know how to close somebody out. You get somebody down 21-0 and you don't close them out and you're at home. Now, I'm not going to overreact with this because I still think they're a darn good team. But when you talk about the Bills had the number 30th run defense. Pats ran the ball straight down their throat.
Right. Yeah.
Straight down their throat. And that's how they got up 21-0. But when you talk about the Bills and the quarterback, and they just kept running the ball, and the next thing you know, they come back. So I'm left with, are the Bills that good, or are the Pats paper tigers? I just don't know. You know, I just think they got comfortable. They took their foot off the gas.
Right.
I think 9 out of 10 times the Patriots will win, to be honest with you. That's how I feel about it. But it was a great game. I hope we see this matchup down the road in the playoffs. I think it'll be epic again. But it was just mind-boggling to me that the Bills got down 21-0 on the road and came back and won that game.
Yeah.
So hats off to the Pats and hats off to the Bills putting a good game on display. But I still think the Pats are the top team in the AFC right now.
I agree with you with regards to your last statement as far as the Pats. I think the Patriots are going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl this year. I think it was just one of those games where it got away from them. Yeah, it looked like at the beginning of the game when you were watching it, and I watched a little bit of the beginning, all the way up to the point where Trayvon Henderson had that 52-yard TD run early in the first half. I was like, wow, the Patriots are going to run away with this. This is crazy because the Bills had stubbed their toes a few times. The Patriots are on a steady course of winning or had a steady dose of winning. But then they just, some reason, got cold, man, in the second half. May threw for 108 yards in the first 2 quarters. He threw for 47 yards in the final 2 quarters. So the switch got flipped. And it did because each team, the Patriots played well in the first half and the defense, did okay in the first half. And it all flipped in the second half. They couldn't get any pressure on Josh Allen in the second half. And also, when you talk about the experience, Mike, yes, this is Drake May's second year. But Josh Allen's been here for a couple of years. He's been here for a few years. So he knows how to operate in these kinds of games with pressure. He's last year's, league MVP. So the Bills opened the game with back-to-back. The Bills opened the game with back-to-back 3-and-outs. They actually, their first 3 possessions, they had 3 straight punts. Then Josh got hot and scored TDs in 5 consecutive drives, 4 straight to open the second half. The script, it just got flipped. It was so I don't know if it would have been different had the Eagles been able to score more points in the first half, and then the Bills would have obviously had to catch up more because it was have your way for the offense for the Patriots in the first half, and was have your way for the Bills in the second half. And man, it was a great game for fans, but I don't think it's a telltale for how things are going to work out in the playoffs. I just think it was just one of those things that happened for the Patriots. And I think it was good for the Patriots because if they do have to play the Bills in the playoffs, they're going to be aware. Like, listen, we need to make sure we mash the gas and keep the gas mashed to the floor and not give these guys an opportunity.
Because there's 2 things, Irv. It said a lot about the Pats when they went to Buffalo and won.
Right.
Now you got them at home and you spot them 21-0 in the blink. So that says a lot about this team. So,
but it also says something about Buffalo as well. That they hung in there and Josh Allen got himself together and
but
ran.
You expect
and
that out of them. You expect that out of a veteran team, so to speak. You expect that out of them. So,
but I also expect that of the Patriots right now. When you get up with a lead like that, to maintain your lead. Have a good balanced offense, run the ball to keep the ball away from them.
I agree, but remember we said this. It's a young team. They got to learn how to close people out. They got to learn this. Sometimes
okay, but that's
you learn
coaching too, though. That's coaching too. You got to teach it.
Well, we agree that the coaching he's coaching that.
Right.
And whether they take on that they get it quickly or not, we'll find out.
Well, I think this loss was better. I mean, the Patriots are still 11-3. I think this loss was better for them than the win was for the Bills.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Although, it's a bittersweet kind of thing, but I think it's a good thing for the Patriots.
Yeah.
Because one, it's hard to keep winning all the time. And if you're going to lose one, let's get it out of the way.
That's true. Then now's the time.
Now's the time, because now, in these next
few
weeks, you got to win or you out.
Win or go home.
Win or go home. Yep. Win or go home.
Okay.
Eddie Casper said growing pains for Drake May. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Richard Melton's in the house, by the way. Irving, you a hater if the Bills. He said, Irving, you a hater if the Bills, man. I don't know what you're talking about, man. He said, Irving, you a hater if the Bills, man. Richard, I don't know what that means. Can you?
I guess he's saying it's the Bills. And then he said, what was it earlier? They lost.
I don't know.
You know who the best, who the beast is in the AFC.
Oh, he's saying it's the Bills, man. Okay, I got you. You figure that out. I'm reading what you're writing. It doesn't make sense to me, Richard. So you're gonna have to straighten it out. Write it again so that I understand what you're saying, Richard. Coaching is one thing, but what about outright experience? You're right, Chris. That's Chris Womack up in Boston. Yes, experience does make a difference. I think that's what played a big part in this game with the Bills and the Patriots, was that Josh Allen's experience prevailed. When Drake Mays, he doesn't have the experience. He's only been in the league. This is his second year.
But to your point, that's why this is going to bode well for them moving forward. To your point, they've gained some experience in a big game that mattered a little bit.
And we only learn in pain. We don't learn when things are going good. We only learn when things get rough. That's when we learn our lesson. Out of pain, painful consequences. Richard Melton, you are a hater of the Bills. He wrote it. He wrote it again. He made sure he wrote it right this time. He said, you are a hater of the Bills. Well, you know what, Richard? I really can't disagree with you. I'm not going to fight you on that. I'm not going to argue with you about that. I played with the Patriots and I played with the Dolphins. Both were in the AFC East and both were oppositions of the Bills. So the Bills were, always an opposition to me. So, I mean, it's safe to say, it's fair to say I'm a hater of the Bills. Yeah, I hate the Bills.
Well, I guess you took the sting. You took the sting right out of that, didn't you?
Yeah, I took it right out. What you got now? What you say now, Richard? So next game we got the Colts. Boy, I love this show. We got the Colts and the Seahawks. The Colts are 8-6 now, and the Seahawks, man, Sam Darnold is hanging in there, man. They're 11-3. The Colts lost to the Seahawks. The Seahawks didn't score a touch. Go ahead, Mike. I'll let you go. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I was just disgusted that. Yeah, go ahead.
For me, the Seahawks are right now, and people have been, I should say. I guess they've been kind of moving quietly, but they're going to make the playoffs. And how deep will they go into the playoffs? I'm not sure. Second straight week, the Seahawks went into halftime with only 6 points. 32nd, they had a 31-point second half versus the Falcons, which, is not necessarily impressive to me, but Sam Darnold looked the first half he looked out of sorts the first half. He didn't look, particularly the first half. But he did what he needed in the second half, and particularly in crunch time. Field goal drives of 66 yards, 82 yards, and 25 yards in the fourth quarter. Man. Huh?
It's field goals.
I understand that was the hero. Jason Myers, a field goal kicker. He has 6 field goals, a 50-yard game-winning field goal. And that was only his 4th time kicking a field goal over 46 yards this season. That was only the fourth time. They got the Rams next. It's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Some doggone point.
It's going to be some real football. Yeah, it's hard for me to believe that they were able to win this game against the Colts. I mean, obviously they had, Rivers in there, so it wasn't going. It shouldn't have been. They should have handled the Colts more so than what that they actually did. There should not have been a closeness in this game with Phillip Rivers as the quarterback for the Colts. The Colts had the lead in the game most of the game, and shame on the Seahawks. There's a vulnerability. Yeah. Did I say it right? Vulnerability. Yeah, it is.
But see,
for the Seahawks, we're gonna fight, and we're gonna see it this week against the Rams.
And we had talked about that coming down the stretch. We're gonna find out whether they are for real or not.
Right.
Because remember when he was hot. When Sam Darnold was hot, everybody was talking about Sam Darnold, the resurgence of Sam Darnold. And we were like, okay, we got to wait and see. And then you get this big game, and it seems like the whole hoopla surrounding the Colts and Phillip Rivers just seemed to take them out of rhythm.
Right.
I mean, it was just that type of
game. But the game was at Seattle.
That too.
They're at Seattle. And you got Phillip Rivers at the helm for your opposing team.
Yeah,
there's no way this game should have been 18-6. They won by 2 points. They are vulnerable right now. There's something that's going on with the Seahawks that has not yet been exposed. Whatever it is, I guarantee you it's going to be exposed this week when they play the Rams. They play the Rams. I'm gonna be on that game. On that game. And Sam Darnold. It's like. Most quarterbacks, that's like Jared Goff. He's like Jared Goff, played well last couple of seasons during the season, putting up big numbers, throwing the ball down the field, passing a whole bunch of touchdowns, a whole bunch of passing touchdowns, then gets in the playoffs and just falls apart. I think Sam Darnold is similar to Jared Goff when it comes to him performing under pressure. He doesn't do that very well. And if you're going to be in the big moments and play in the big games, you have to be able to produce at a high level when under pressure. And
now this game, the Rams, they go to the Seahawks. They're playing in Seattle on Thursday night. It's Thursday night.
Next Thursday?
Yes, this Thursday.
This Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's going to be a great game. I'm going to be on that game. Yeah. Listen. The Rams don't play. They're not playing right now. I mean, meaning they're a serious team, and they're probably the most highly touted, and favorite for the Super Bowl in the NFC. The Rams right now. So, and I just love Matthew Stafford, the way he handles himself under pressure. He can chunk that ball, man. His football IQ is very high, and he's a good guy. He seems like a good guy. I like him. I like Sam Darnold. So Colts, Seahawks, Seahawks were exposed. They should have routed the Colts. They should not have struggled with the Colts. It was a back and forth game. They didn't score a touchdown.
Well, the Colts.
They didn't score a touchdown.
They have a decent defense, so you got to give them credit there.
Who, the Colts?
Yes.
They didn't score a touchdown. The Seahawks have been scoring on everybody. They didn't score a touchdown.
This is true.
Not good.
No.
Packers, Broncos. Packers are 9-4-1. The Broncos are now 12-2. Whoa.
Never thought that, did you?
No.
Remember when Sean Payton came in? We was talking about, he's crazy and he's doing this. He's doing
Didn't
this.
See this coming. Didn't see this coming. We didn't see this coming.
So, 34-26 against the Packers. The Packers, man, there's another. They're almost like Detroit to me. The inconsistency about to drive me nuts, man. Because you start rooting for them and say, okay, they got something. Aside from the injury, with Micah Parsons, that's something totally different that obviously is going to affect them. But in terms of Jordan Love, stepping up to the upper echelon of quarterbacks in big games and big plays, I can't see him consistently doing that. Even the ball that he threw to Watson, that where he got hurt on with Watson, that he underthrew that.
Right.
He underthrew that ball.
Right. Yeah. Because Watson slowed up. He slowed up and still.
And so, when I watch that, and then, on the other side, you look at Bo Nix, 4 touchdown passes. I mean, he threw one between 3 people.
That was
down
man, that
low.
was pretty. I love that. That was pretty.
Yes. And he moves in the pocket well. He's doing all of that. Like you said, he's 12. They're 12-2 now. 11-game win streak. Here's the thing: we're gonna find out how good they really are down the stretch. Because here's the thing that I like about Denver. Denver went and beat the Colts away. They went to the Chargers and won.
Mm-hmm.
They went to the Eagles and won. They went to the Texans and won. They're on the road winning.
Those are some of the top teams, yeah.
Amen. So, Denver, look out. Denver, look out.
And Sean Payton I have my issues with him, but he is football-wise, he is concerned, when you focus on football and his football IQ and his ability to put offensive concepts together, particularly on a game plan for a particular team that you're going to play against. Remember, he's a disciple of John Gruden. And John Gruden, in my opinion, was the best coach when it came to that I played for in my 17 years in the league. And Sean was a disciple of Gruden's. So Sean knows what he's doing. He did it for years down in New Orleans.
Drew Brees.
Yep,
yeah, man.
Drew Brees, and now he's doing it again. Great talent with Bo Nix. So they're 12-2 quietly. We didn't see that. When I saw their record, I'm like, what? They're 12-2? Yeah. So the Packers drove for a TD 61 seconds into the second half. They had a 23-14 lead at that time. And they had the ball and they had momentum. And that's when Surtain intercepted a love pass. Yep. And that, I believe that was the momentum changer in the game. That changed the game. And from that point, Denver outscored the Packers 20-3. They got the victory for the 11th straight time.
They were deflated when they lost Parsons as well. Went down.
That was a big mental, emotional, negative for them. And that was, it's ugly. And that's a whole nother thing too, man. What's up with these players? We had Patrick Mahomes go down. We've had Devontae Adams go down. We had Micah Parsons go down. And these are not necessarily Patrick Mahomes. There was a guy kind of pushing him. But Micah Parsons was a non-contact injury.
Right.
Nobody hit him. He just did it. He stepped. How you step the? I don't know how you step the wrong way.
He seemed to step and he may have hit a divot, but he stepped and his leg just kind of buckled.
Yeah, I played 17 years, Mike. You played, what'd you play? 12, 9. 13, 9? You played 9?
Mm-hmm.
That never happened to us. Never happened to me. No. Where I've had, I'm making moves and stepping in my legs or not under my body, but they're out to the side,
Right.
I've done that numerous times and just never, body's never given out like that.
But here's the thing, to that point that you made, we often, like DBs, we do a lot of cutting and turning and things of that nature.
Right.
The quarterback doesn't. Micah Parsons doesn't.
Well,
not to the tempo and the velocity that we often do. So our legs are trained to take that torque.
You got a point. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's a good point. That's a good point. But Bo Nix, 0 sacks and 30. They're protecting him. That's one of the good things. Their offensive line is doing a good job of protecting Bo so that he can make the decisions and have the time to make the decisions that he needs to make. 34 dropbacks and no sacks. He converted some big fourth downs, third quarter quarterback sneak, and fourth quarter go route to Sutton. So yeah, he's playing big time ball. He's fitting into the NFL really well. He's got Sean Payton coaching him, who is he's a knockoff, not John Gruden, but he is a knockoff. And John Gruden had a really good way of connecting and relating and conveying information to quarterbacks. He's not just a great offensive coordinator, but he was a great quarterbacks coach, which Sean Payton has grasped that as well. He's doing a great job with it. So, yeah.
Irv, I'm gonna give you.
Broncos, man, are rolling. Broncos are rolling.
I'm gonna give you something you didn't think about. Now, I want you to think. Real quick. I want you to think youth. Okay.
Think youth. Okay.
Think youth. Okay. Broncos, youth.
Yeah, they're a young team.
Pats, youth.
Young team. Yep.
Jaguars,
young
youth.
Team.
Texans, youth.
Young team. Ooh, that Pack of Wolves. I think Pack of Wolves when I say Texans.
All in the AFC.
Uh-huh.
And these are all the teams that are right now slated for the playoffs.
Right. Yeah.
On the NFC side, you got one, the Bears. In terms of
they're
youth.
young. Yeah, they're young.
But the rest of them, Eagles old, Rams
medium.
old.
They ain't old. They're just medium. They ain't old, but they're medium.
Okay. Let's go.
Mature. Let's say mature.
Okay.
Mature.
Bucks old. Seahawks.
Mature.
Seahawks. Seahawks.
I don't know. I don't follow the Seahawks, so I'm not sure what their roster is and
we're gonna
what
go
they
medium. We're gonna go medium.
Medium. Okay, let's go medium.
49ers.
Sam Darnold brings the number. Makes the number increase.
49ers. Medium.
Medium. Yeah.
Okay. The Packers.
Packers. Medium. I would say medium.
Okay,
they're not young, but they're not
all
old.
All those young teams, man, over on the AFC side, and that's why when you talked about the Texans getting after people, you talk about the Broncos getting after people, you talk about the Pats, man, that's pack of dogs over there. So it was just interesting when I looked at it and I started looking at each team in terms of the youth being served. That's all.
Well, it's a young man's game. You know that. It's a young man's game.
Well, you can't tell Phillip Rivers that.
Somebody need to tell him. Old grandpop. Look, he get hit one time underneath his chin. Yeah. Let him get hit up underneath his chin one time. Listen, Chris Womack says, before overly investing in the Patriots, could y'all both reflect on how no one gave the Patriots a chance for the playoffs, particularly as through lack of experience, they were believing the Patriots were simply in a regular build. When did they get Super Bowl status? LOL. Maybe I missed that show with that answer. They just got, Chris, first of all, that's my opinion of, and we talked about this last week on our show. I guess Mike just asked me, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. Mike asked me if I had to pick an AFC team and an NFC team to go that would be in the Super Bowl, which teams would they be? And my AFC team is the Patriots. And I'm sticking with that because I believe, based on what I've seen, and I got an opportunity to come up and watch Drake May in person. He is a baller. He's a baller. And he can throw the ball. He can run the ball. He's a pocket quarterback. He doesn't have to run the ball, but he can when he needs to. He's got athletic ability. He's got some speed. He's a big cat. He's a strong cat, but he's got some savvy about him, man. He can throw the ball at different angles. He can make the right reads. He can, he does it all. And he's just going to get better. Why? Because this is only his second year in the league. Right. He's just going to continue to get better. So if they continue to develop him, he could be, a potential league MVP in the coming years. And if I were to pick right now, I said this 2 weeks ago, if I personally were to pick someone or one of the teams to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, my pick would be the Patriots because they're balling. They do well in every area or every aspect of the game, offensively, defensively, and special teams.
Well, for me, I didn't think it was going to happen this quick because typically the turnaround is a year, 2 years.
Right.
Now, number one, I think defensively, that's been the quickest improvement and the biggest improvement. And I think that's due to the head coach and that culture and that mindset that he brought from his days playing as a linebacker there in New England. Now, here's the unsung hero in all of this. Daniels that came back to be the offensive coordinator. He has done a phenomenal job,
right?
Being the offensive coordinator and tutoring this young quarterback. So I just didn't think that it would happen this quickly. Pleased to see it. Hats off to all of them, but I just didn't think it would happen. And I think the turning point, like he asked the question, when did it happen? I think after they won against Buffalo, they felt that they can beat anybody because Buffalo has been the nemesis in that division for a minute.
Right.
You know, after their long run. And I think once they won in Buffalo, they felt, hey, shoot, we're for real. And they started believing it. So,
yep. It's good stuff. So did we answer your question, Chris? Hopefully we did. So tonight's game, we're just about done with the show. Just tonight's game is the Dolphins at the Steelers. The Dolphins are 6-7. They won the last 4 straight games. The Steelers are 7-6. The Steelers are in first place in the AFC North after beating the Ravens last week. So what do you got, Mike?
Do you know Miami's still 1% chance of making the playoff? They have a 1% chance. Now, you know the old saying they say, well, we're not counted out yet, like they're going to do something. But anyway.
They stop drinking.
Pittsburgh got too much to lose. I mean, if they, they're leading the North. They're number 4 in the playoffs right now. If the playoffs were to happen today, they're number 4 seed. So, but the Ravens, ran the ball well against Pittsburgh. And Miami's running game with Aiken, if he plays, and he has a hurt ribs, if he plays, they can run the ball against Pittsburgh. So that's maybe the leveling point. But I expect Pittsburgh to play well enough to beat Miami tonight.
So the Aaron Rodgers last week, him and Metcalf went off. I mentioned it last week how good it was to see him play and look like he was having fun. DK Metcalf. Aaron had Aaron Rodgers 103.1 quarterback rating, 284 yards, 1 TD against the Ravens. The Steelers have scored 25 points in 6 of the last 8 games, the Steelers offense. The Dolphins have only given up under 18 points in their last 4 straight games. They're not good defending the pass, but could and can get pressure on the Steelers, on Aaron Rodgers, because they do a good job up front. They're weak in the defensive backfield. Tua last week threw for 127 yards, 1 TD. He's a 94 quarterback rating against the Jets. Here's the bottom line about this game tonight. Bottom line, I'm up here in Jersey right now, and it's probably in the 30s right now. They're a little bit north, up in Pittsburgh, north of here, in an outdoor stadium. The weather is going to play a factor in this game, and it's going to play a factor in a negative way for the Miami Dolphins. They're not going to come to Pittsburgh and play in that stadium outside in the cold and play well. They're just not. They're not.
Because here in Florida, it's a balmy 75.
It's a balmy 75 in Florida. But guess what? It's less than 57 up here. You flip the numbers, we're in the 30s up here. It just snowed yesterday. Snow is all over the place. And I know it's worse up in Pittsburgh, and it's colder up in Pittsburgh. I'm about a 5-hour drive from Pittsburgh, south of Pittsburgh, down here in New Jersey. So, yeah. Just the weather alone is in the favor of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and this game will be won by the Pittsburgh Steelers because, like you said, Mike, they have more to lose than the Dolphins. Dolphins ain't got nothing to lose. They got a 1% chance of making the playoffs, but the Pittsburgh Steelers are fighting to maintain that first position in the AFC North so they can get in the playoffs and do their thing, and that's great. Tomlin, they were counting them out here, 4 or 5 weeks ago.
They had signs up. Fire Tomlin.
4 or 5 weeks ago, he was, on the hot seat. Now you're 7-6, headed to the playoffs. Come on. That's what Tomlin does. That's what Tomlin does. So yeah, I'm picking the Steelers for this game. It shouldn't be a tough game for them. It should be, like I said, the weather's going to play a factor. You'll see that with Tua throwing the ball and those guys. If the Steelers jump on them and get a lead on them, they'll be on the bench like, oh, but I can't wait to get this game over with. You know how it gets. We're human. You know exactly how it gets. We're human, just like everybody else, y'all. And the weather makes it different. We don't want to be out there in that cold. What are you, tripping?
TV timeouts.
Yeah, we don't want to be out there in that cold. I mean, I used to play games with myself and get mad and just get mad because I had to be out in the cold. And that's how I played, mad, angry. And that's how I got through it. But other than that, we don't want to be out there in that cold. And then when we're at home in the cold and we get an opportunity to go away, play down south or play out west, oh, that's great. I want to play out there. I want to play at home. People get mad. Wouldn't you want to be at home when you got the home crowd? No, I want to be where it's warm. I don't want to be out in the cold with the wind blowing. Shoot. All right. That's it. We done?
Are you done? Hey, let me give you the playoffs if they were to happen today.
Okay.
I thought this would be interesting for you. In the AFC side, Houston would go because here's what I want you to do. When I read these to you, tell me who we're going to eliminate, who's going to lose if it were to happen. Because we need to get rid of some people.
They're going to happen. It's going to get rid of some folk. Trust me. So it's going to happen.
The Broncos will have a bye, first round bye.
Right.
So the 7th seed would be the Houston Texans, and they would have to go to the Pats. Houston would have to go to the Patriots.
Wow, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'll take Houston.
Okay. You're going to take Houston.
Yeah. Packers out.
Pats, P-A-T.
Oh, they go to the Pats.
Yes, sir.
I thought you said Packers.
I'm doing the AFC right now.
Okay, I gotta take the Pats.
Okay.
And at the Pats, I take the Pats.
Now, of course, remember, this is if the playoffs happen today.
All right.
So here's the other one. Buffalo would go to the Jaguars.
Oh, I'll take Buffalo.
Okay. And number 5, the 5th seed, the Chargers would go to Pittsburgh.
Ooh, I'll take Pittsburgh.
Okay. I like that. All right. On the NFC side, Green Bay would go to the Bears.
I'll take the Bears.
Okay.
That's going to be a battle, though, man. They always that game, Bears Packers, goes all the way back. I'll take the Bears, though.
Number 6, San Francisco goes to the Eagles.
I'll take the Eagles.
All right. Seattle would go to Tampa.
I'll take Seattle.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Okay. I wrote them down.
Okay.
If it stays this way.
Right.
Chances are it probably won't, but
no,
anyway,
it won't. We got what?
It's good.
Four more.
It's good for TV.
Three more games. 3 more games. Yeah, there's some stuff going to change in these last 3 games. Trust me. It's not going to be like it was for some teams the last couple of years, where the last game we don't have to play. We don't put our starters out there. We can just don't worry about it. We can lose the game and still stay in the same spot. That it's not like that right now. Everybody's fighting for a position. Everybody's jockeying for a position right now to try to get a higher seed for the playoffs. Every game it's great because every game matters.
Every game matters. All right. Okay. Fun times, brother.
Yeah.
When to go home.
When to go home. Yep. That's what's happening. All right, y'all. Listen, thanks for being on with us today. Eddie Casper, Chris Womack, Loving My Destiny. Shout out to your sister. Richard Melton is in the house. I thought I saw my mama here for a second. I think I did. Let me see. JB Brown. I don't know if you're still watching, JB, but shout out to you, my brother, former teammate. Right. Billy Bell is in the house. Yes, my mama was watching. Time is golden. You grow in grace. She's responding to what we were talking about with time. You grow in grace. Loving My Destiny. Wild House World, that was you, Mike. And that's it. Shout out to everybody. Thanks for being with us tonight for another episode of Wild House World. We'll be back next week. We will be back next week. Same
channel.
Yep.
See you next week if the creek
with the
don't rise.
recap from this week coming and our predictions for the following week. Until then, peace out, y'all. Take care of yourself and make sure you take care of others. We're all in this together. This is Whiteout's World. We're out.
Amen.
This has been Whiteout's World.
Touchdown.
The legends, Irving Fryar and Michael Timpson. Are you freaking kidding me? If it's football talk you're looking for, I think we've got you covered. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, find us on YouTube at Whiteout's World. See you next time.
Let's go. Let's go. Go. Go.
What happened here?